Hello and welcome to another Zack Carnage video review for a Transformer. And today, I figured I've done a lot of movie figures, I've done Voyages, I've done Deluxes. I might as well do a different line. So today, here we have the Hunt for the Decepticons Mindset. And as some of you will know, this is actually a repaint of previous Autobot. This is an Autobot. It doesn't look like one, but it is. And the other one looked a bit better, but I can't get it because it's not for sale where I am. But anyway, here is Mindset. As you can see, he's that type of tank which no one knows the name of. So he's a sort of missile launching thing. And the missiles do launch. They made them extremely long, but I'll just show you here. You fire them by just pushing in on the back here, like so, and you can fire away with all of them, and depending on how hard you push, they won't go as far. And, they work, they're good. It's a good system, it's fun, you can do it as many times as you want. I like the colour scheme on this figure, because, the whole black and blue thing hasn't really been done in many other Transformers. It goes really nicely. But I suppose I just sort of preferred that other model. I think it looked more like it was a bit more menacing. But as an Autobot, you want it to be a bit more friendly, I guess. I'll just finish putting these missiles back in. So they go back in really easily. And they extend out the back. There's no springs in this, which is a shame really, because they're getting rid of a lot of the springs. But the turret here does lift up, and it rotates. You're not going to get a lot of movement though, because front bits get in the way. This little cockpit bit here looks quite nice, and it rolls because it has wheels. Mindset has wheels here, and then you can see it's got the arms and the head. But all in all, it is a very nice vehicle mode, and he pulls it off really well because it's already solid. Nothing's loose in this mode except for the missiles. But that said, it works really well if you don't drop it. Has the little reveal shield bit here, which I was having trouble with earlier, but I think I can get it to work. And there, you can sort of see it has the Autobot logo there. Now, transformation. I want to try and get this done as quickly as possible, so I'm going to flip out the feet, and these are going to be the legs, so you're going to sort of work them out, and that's going to make them a teeny bit longer. Then you can spin around here, so he can stand up. And then you want to take things, change around, and basically break them in half and push them together like this. And you want to make sure it clips together really nicely. And you've got the arms. Well, one of them anyway. Do the same thing on this side, just sort of pegs in there. And you have the arms there. And you take this bit here with the legs attached and you snap it into the bottom of the torso. And then you sort of pull the head up. There we are. And you want to pull the arms away from the body, but you want to maneuver this correctly so that there's a couple of pegs in there. I'm not sure if you can see them very well, but you want to make sure they peg in really nicely. And you can have them like this with a huge backpack sticking out, or you can do the proper thing and spin it around, like that. Now, some people actually display him like this. I think it looks pretty cool because it's like a hefty backpack. But what you're supposed to do is, if you come around here, you open up this little bit, and you can lift up the missiles with that huge bit sticking out the end. And then you sort of you can have it like that, or you can separate them and push them little pegs, plastic pegs on the shoulders here. They sort of fit into. And there you have Mindset in robot mode. Some people like to push his head down like that. Makes him look a bit shorter, but he is a pretty short figure. If you want a comparison, here he is with the 2008 Bumblebee figure. So Bumblebee, you know, his head's quite a bit taller, actually, because he comes to about just below his chest. And with the wings, you know, he's got quite a bit of height on him. Obviously he's not going to be as tall as this one, but here he is next to the Dark of the Moon Voyager Optimus. That's quite a big bit of size difference there. And that's a load of size comparisons. Now I'll get back to the toy here. I do like the application of the paint on the arms here, because it's quite a nice silver, and the gold highlights it really nicely. And then also on the main bit of the body, it's got some nice silver in here, and the gold and the red looks really nice against the blue that he's got. The head sculpt is actually really nice, and at first I thought he had light piping, but it turns out he's just got really blue eyes. And his face always reminds me of some sort of ice crystal monster thing, you know, like you find in some sort of Legend of Zelda game, I guess. The missiles can fire in this mode, but they're a pain to shoot. You want to like hold the top bit, and there we go. I'm gonna break it, but nah, it's fine. It works in this mode. It all works. Obviously, you know, if you're gonna display him, it will be cool to put him next to leader figures, because it makes him look really like tiny but strong for some reason. And if you bend the knees and like adjust him properly, you can make him look like he's like bigger than something. Like if you stuck a Lego man there, he'd be terrified. But yeah, it is a very nice figure. We'll just spin around here. I suppose some people are complaining about the backpack, but you know, I like it. It makes him look like he's a very sort of strong, independent figure. You know, he's capable of holding his own weight. And the color scheme works. I'll just show you some of the articulation here. His arms can go 360. You know, he's got like really good articulation in the arms. Actually, he's got a swivel here, so it rotates at that part. And then the front part of the arm's on a ball joint here, so you can have that all spinning around and going up and down. But the hand has no articulation, but he can hold stuff. And we'll try once again with the Darth Vader lightsaber. Is he going to hold it? No, he's not going to hold it. No, but you can still fit that. You can almost fit that bit in his hand. You can have it like that. There we go. He's holding a lightsaber as a club. But yeah, I find Mindset to be like a really cool character. It's definitely a cool looking Transformer. So this was the video review of Transformers Hunt for the Decepticons Mindset.